What's up, Dace-tacular Nation? Welcome to another edition of the Dace Man Show. I am your host, Chris, the Dace Man Dace, and joining me behind the producer desk, Frank Ward!
As always, Frank Ward.
Always Frank Ward. More
Thank
consistently
you.
than Gibby.
Acknowledge me. Yeah, I'm just wanting to be acknowledged.
When I say it in that, chain, I'll hang up on the name.
I understand, and I get it, but I just
join
want
as
to
always, and then it would be weird to go into Frank Ward.
Well,
You're always here.
yeah.
But yours is behind the producer's desk. Or back behind the desk.
Yeah, no, I get it. I just want the acknowledgement. I want everybody to know that I am the staple of this show now.
That's fair. No, it's completely...
Besides you, of course, because it's your name.
Well, yeah. You know what?
We haven't done one without you.
I was going to say, if I can't be here, we just cancel it.
Yeah, we do Minecraft instead.
Yeah, that's
so.
true. Achiever!
Hey!
That was normal.
I was not expecting that.
Well done. Well played.
That seems to be, every week we've introduced you, it's been that. It's been a banter between, the other hosts, and then it goes, Achiever.
Yeah.
So, I like that stuck around. We got a show for you tonight. It's the first one of 2023, and we're on the road to the end.
Woo! 6 months, baby!
6 months.
Ish.
And then we're out. Well,
That's when we torched the place.
I don't know about torching.
Burn it down.
I'm still alive. No torching.
That's fair.
So we got what? 24 episodes left, give or take?
I could open up a map.
Well,
a
it's...
map.
Yeah, 6 months.
Open a map, a calendar, Frank.
Well, no, you find them on a map. Given there may be 1 or 2 cancellations, and then the finale will probably be a pre-record. So that's... We're on our final 24, which is still half a year, if you think about it.
What's our end
26th of June.
What, 6th?
Yeah, we're going to do it on Monday, because the 26th is when we actually started.
Okay, so that was 22 shows, not including today.
Not including today. So 22, we'll probably cancel at least 10 of them.
Right.
So we got a good solid 12 in us.
Yeah.
Single
digits, baby.
Yeah. I don't know what he's talking about.
Went from 22 to 12 to single digits.
That's how you just start chopping it away.
Yeah, we got 2 shows left.
And then we'll see you in February. So yeah, new year, new us.
Yeah.
Any resolutions you guys had of how you gonna make this year better than the last? I had a tough fucking thing to measure up to, but
Take my hair off. Everybody's psyched out. Oh, hi. I'm having my own little day over here.
any resolutions for 2023?
What? No. Fuck everything.
Not gonna try to change anything. Not a single thing.
No, why?
What
I'm doing is totally working. I couldn't be happier. We covered that on the show, how great 2022 was.
You kept saying all the things that I did.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We accomplished a lot together.
We did.
Yeah.
How about you?
I'm trying to be more open.
Open.
Yeah.
You have been very open.
Yeah.
Last year.
Even more open.
Last year you
He came out on the
you were
show.
Gay,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or bi at least.
Yeah.
And then you're very open about your weed use.
Yeah.
Your Filipino women that you're trying to
that's
secure.
true.
Asian, because it's not only Filipino, it's Thailand, femboys, and...
I think it was Thailand, actually. Thai women, yeah. It wasn't Philippines.
How much
but
more open can you be?
Yeah. How much more do
I
we
want to
not
try
want to know?
I want to do more...
Drugs?
Well, that's on the list.
Okay.
I do have a psychosilpin hookup, but I gotta go to another state for that. I
Really open.
I want to try new things. I want to push the limit even more. And this is where you're
aspect. Drugs is the easy thing to push the limits on.
Yeah.
I did that before, so let's try. What other type of things you looking like?
I want to do, you always say, what type of life do you live?
Yeah.
I want it to be a little bit more weirder.
Well, good luck.
You eat pizza rolls frozen. That's as weird as you get.
Every conversation you've had a guy for it. So we've been having, well, they don't happen on camera, but when we're talking off camera about things we want to do, he's like, oh, I got a guy. Or just go here and ask for this person and get a free hoagie. You have some weird shit like that.
Yeah.
It's going to be hard to top. Is your goal to talk to more people?
To actually use those guys. Because, for reference,
That's true.
He says he has the guys, but we've never...
have never gotten a hoagie.
I got the hoagie one before. All the time.
We haven't.
Yeah, there's no
So
hoagies here.
Could just record it. Make a TikTok, and then just post the
Facebook Live.
Cheever Adventures. Or Facebook Live. Yeah, we can connect to the Basement Protocol site.
It's a fun idea.
So is your goal just essentially to meet new people and network better?
Wild card,
network more?
I don't even want to say network because that sounds so cold. Like,
That's what it is.
I want to go down the I want to go down the rabbit hole with someone.
So
Fine.
you
I want to find more people to go down the rabbit hole.
You want to find people who don't use the word network.
Find people
Yes.
to use and milk all their resources.
Yeah, basically. That's what I do. I'm a parasite, so.
I honestly don't know what my resolution is going to be. Obviously, it's the obvious of like eat better, drink better.
You already tried doing that. Give up.
We always do that.
I had Raisin Bran this morning. It's a start. That type of stuff. Like I do that till at least February and then give up. But I don't know what I could do to honestly top last year. Because I went to Disney, paid off my car, had a kid. It's a big one. And the whole marriage thing isn't this year, so that's somewhere down the road.
Eventually-ish.
Yeah, so like I guess this has to succeed.
That would top it.
That would top it.
The 10-year project that's
Yeah.
that's ending. If that could take off,
Most viewed project being the finale. I'm like, thank God it's over type scenario. But hey, at least it's viewed. I honestly don't know for resolution wise, except for the obvious like weight, just healthier lifestyle. Nah, I can't be nicer. I've tried. I've tried. Yeah, I don't know any resolution that isn't weight loss oriented right now.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much it for me. Since we're in 2023, last week we talked about things that we thought were the best of 2022. What are you guys excited for 2023 wise when it comes to like, I don't know, movies? Like what movie are you looking forward to this year that's coming out? Because there's a
Paul
bunch.
Rudd. Paul Rudd.
Paul Rudd?
Yeah.
Ant-Man.
Anything he's in, just Paul Rudd.
That's fair. I'm excited for Cocaine Bear.
Actually,
That's the weekend after.
I am excited for that as well.
I'm excited for Guardians 3.
I've forgotten that it exists at this point now, so like
That's fair.
I can't keep being excited. I ran out of excitement for that.
The Marvels will come out this summer.
Yeah. We had the Mario movie.
The Mario movie comes out.
I'm not excited for that. I'm gonna go see it, but I'm not excited.
Totally fair.
I'm excited to watch it bomb.
I don't think it's gonna bomb. I think it's gonna be one of those annoying like Minions things because it is the people who made it. But just kids are gonna love it. Kids don't know better
Yeah.
to hate it.
Yeah, they're
Or hate
not
Chris
bitter
Pratt.
and broken.
Yeah.
And knowing that Mario is supposed to be having an accent.
Yeah. Which again, it's through the clips they've given us so far. It's kind of hard to hear if he tried to do something different with his voice. But
True.
everything's been just super Chris Pratt.
Yeah.
Whereas like I didn't realize Toad was Michael Key or whatever the fuck his name is.
Oh yeah.
Because he's Toad, and his voice is like super high pitched. Charlie Day's Charlie Day. That'll be a little weird with Luigi. I don't think he actually does accents.
Or
think
a
he
voice or anything. He's just
Does variations of his own voice of like, oh, I'm going to talk faster, or like pretend I'm a pirate but I'm still talking like Charlie type things.
yeah.
I'm kind of excited for Indiana Jones 5.
I'm not. We just talked about that a couple weeks ago. That's when I found out it was happening.
I'm excited because I might actually watch the originals.
Well, that'd be good for you.
Yeah, it'll push me to actually start watching them. I think I've seen the first one.
in bits and
half-assed.
pieces. Yeah.
Yeah. I can tell you what I'm not excited for.
Oh.
The 3 DC movies that are teed up this year.
The Flash Paradox.
The
boy.
Flash one, Shazam, and Aquaman.
See, I'm excited for Shazam.
None of them matter.
So,
None of them matter, and they keep pointing out how all the cool cameos they put into it to link everything have been taken out. Like Flash, I was excited for because Michael Keaton's supposed to be in it, but like also Ben Affleck was supposed to be in Aquaman. They took that out. Wonder Woman was supposed to appear, I believe, in the Flash. They took that out. They took out another Superman appearance. Like because they're resetting the universe, these 3 don't matter.
yeah, but they already keyed it. Like they already filmed or whatever. It was probably in post production, and it's like, well,
Yeah.
unlike Batgirl, well, I guess we'll come out with this shit because people probably will watch it. Maybe.
I don't plan on I didn't go see Black Adam in the movie theaters, and I actually
Same.
just watched that this weekend,
Yeah.
which is also like 2-3 weeks after it came out on HBO Max, so I didn't even like rush to see it when it came out. It was an okay movie. I still think The Rock's a fucking dick for not doing anything with Shazam, especially since the wizard that gives Shazam his powers is in this, because that's how The Rock gets his powers.
Yeah.
So like you really couldn't do a cameo in Shazam or like what? Like that. Him not having a second movie after this is James Gunn punishing him for not doing the cameo in Shazam.
Well, especially because wasn't the rumor, or was it true, that The Rock is the one that pushed for this movie to even happen?
Yep,
It's true.
So,
and
like,
keep Black Adam out of the Shazam movies.
yeah, see, like, if you're gonna push for your own movie, be like, hey, I'll show up here and I get my own, okay?
They could have
But
easily,
instead,
yeah, like you could have had you because apparently they wanted Black Adam as the first villain.
yeah,
Rather than Dr. Zhivago or whatever the hell it was. Alright, you didn't get Black Adam in the first movie, that's fine. He should be in the fucking second one. It's called Fury of the Gods.
mm-hmm.
Why would you not have Black Adam? So I think when I watched Black Adam, I had that stank on it of
That's
like, you kind of are partially to blame for the crumble.
Yeah.
Because somebody said it was okay that you do that because you're The Rock. And then you didn't even do the powerhouse numbers you do at the box office. Pierce Brosnan was amazing in it as Dr. Fate.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see it or not?
I did not.
He was really
I've seen
good.
it.
I enjoyed the guy who played Hawkman. Because, like, how often are you going to do Hawkman on big screen and actually do it right without it being too cheesy? And then, even though I knew what the post-credits was, and that the post-credits didn't matter, I still got goosebumps when Henry Cavill walked out as Superman. It was still a cool moment. Damn shame it's going nowhere.
Yeah.
Especially since the only consistent thing in the DC universe is Amanda Waller. She was back in this movie.
Who's that?
The black chick. She's the Nick Fury of the DC universe.
Oh, okay.
She's in she's in both Suicide Squads. She's in, I think, Batman v Superman. She's the
I'd probably know her if I saw her, type of deal.
yeah.
She's in Peacemaker.
She plays she's Viola Davis is the actress. But she's in this actually in the movie and then also in the post credit scene. So she actually gets the Justice Society to go after Black Adam, which I thought's cool. I hope they keep her around. I do like her as Amanda Waller because she's that stone cold bitch.
Yeah.
But it the way that fell flat because knowing what James Gunn's gonna do.
Oh, her.
Yeah.
Sorry, I Googled it.
And knowing that these other three movies have been picked apart and basically put up on a pedestal of like it doesn't matter. Ezra Miller doing the bullshit we talked about he did last year makes that even sour. I don't give two shits about Aquaman. I thought the first movie wasn't that great. Too long in my opinion. And now you're going to have a second one and you took out the Batfleck thing and Amber Heard got erased because of the whole Johnny Depp thing. So like all these movies except for maybe Shazam are fucked.
Yeah.
And I might go see Shazam in theaters. The other two I definitely won't. I'll wait until it's on HBO Max.
That's fair. I'd potentially see Shazam in theaters. Potentially. Because I
Just
did
'cause-
enjoy the first one. That
And
was
I
good.
like Zachary Levi.
Yeah.
Levi or whatever.
Love him. He's fantastic.
He's funny in it. So,
He's always been a funny guy.
yeah.
Yeah, and he currently doesn't have a criminal record or anything that we know of. So, like, he's an okay guy.
He's been the least dickish on this entire fucking DC
Like
world.
when he does cameos on other projects, he's just a happy guy.
Yeah.
It's great.
He took a lesser role in Thor and was thrilled about it. And then they said, hey, come play Shazam. He's like, you know what? Fuck yeah. Lead man.
You know what? Okay, maybe, I guess, if I have to.
TV show-wise, I'm really excited for Secret Invasion. Because apparently it's supposed to be a big fucking deal and they put a lot of money into it. It'll have Sam Jackson in it, Ben Mickelson, I can't think of the acting names, but like Everett Ross is going to be in it. Kobe Smulders is going to be in it. Don Cheadle's in it. Like they're pulling a lot of the people from the MCU into the show to make the show actually fucking matter. Plus, it's dealing with the Skrulls, which I feel like we got shortchanged in Captain Marvel. We're like, oh no, they're good guys. So they're actually showing you the bad guy Skrulls in this one. So I'm excited for that. Mando season 3 is coming out soon. Bad Batch starts tomorrow.
Ooh.
Yeah. We got Ahsoka coming at some point this year. We've got Ironheart in the fall. X-Men 97, the animated series, is in the fall. What If season 2, Loki season 2. I didn't realize most of these are just all Disney Plus things. Yellowstone season 5 comes out this summer, which it ended on a weird note on Sunday. I'm in.
I I just
You know what
haven't.
bothers me? Go ahead.
No, I was just saying I'm terrible at everything you're talking about. Go on.
Well, Yellowstone, I'm not interested in. I have no like that show for whatever reason doesn't do it for me. But
But you're hooked.
the prequels do it for me.
Oh, okay.
1883 had Sam Elliott in it,
Mm-hmm.
and 1923 has Harrison Ford in it. Granted, I should stop getting attached to characters in these shows, but taking it out of present day makes it more interesting to me, because in present day the problems they're having can be any show, really.
Well, yeah, sure.
Like there's family drama. Kevin Costner's the governor right now. His steps or his son that he adopted that he's treated like shit.
So it's just drama type stuff, just set in the West or whatever.
In Montana.
Yeah.
And okay, you get these glimpses of herding cattle every 15 minutes. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, we live on a farm, but also we have
Yeah.
family drama and some drama with people.
Like in 1923, Harrison Ford hung a bunch of men, but didn't hang them, left their horses there and said, let's see if your horses trust you or not, and walked away. So those men had a chance to survive, and I'm like, that is TV.
Yeah.
And one of them got away, and it's the guy Braun from Game of Thrones, who's a badass in Game of Thrones, and is kind of a badass in this, because, like, he didn't die.
Mm-hmm.
He got off the horse. So the earlier ones interest me. I still watch the original because it's all about that Dutton family line.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently they're going to make more prequels. Like, they're going to jump X amount of years each time.
So this is going to be, one, bigger and more successful than the DC universe?
They had 13 million viewers for their season 4 opener, or whatever season they're on now, or just ended. That opened to 13 million viewers.
Really?
Which is, like, big numbers considering TV.
Yeah.
I think The Walking Dead wasn't able to break 5 or 6 towards the end of theirs. So that's huge, and I can see how people are drawn to this. Don't get me wrong, I get why people like it. Women want to fantasize that they're with a cowboy. All the men fantasize that they are that cowboy. As a guy I'm rooting for the evil stepson. Like, I hope he wipes his family off the planet, and like, he deserves it. Heck, he was treated like shit. Like, yeah, he got the golden ticket to go to college and become a lawyer, and ended up being the attorney general for Montana. But if you see what he goes through, I hope he kills them all. But yeah, I'm not. That's coming back in mid-season. I think Peacemaker's having a season 2
I
this
still
year.
gotta finish season 1.
That show, it's the best. It's crazy because, like, James Gunn's dismantling the DC world, and that right now is probably the best project.
That one's still going on though. He'll probably find a way to keep that in.
Well, that's it.
It's
So,
it. Yeah, I was gonna say it's.
that, and the fact John Cena wears that costume wherever he goes, so he's got a guy for life. TV wise, there's 3 more Walking Dead companion series or spin-offs that are coming. The Daryl Dixon one, the Maggie and Negan one, and then the Rick and Michonne one. I am excited about the Rick and Michonne one because, like, Rick is the fucking Walking Dead, so I want to see what happened to him. Other than that, I don't know many TV Koala Man's coming out soon.
Oh,
Yeah, we talked about that a while back.
Yeah.
It's finally going to debut soon. And then Last of Us starts this month, which I'll probably watch. And then you should be excited for that. You played the game.
Why does that correlate to being excited for?
You'll know what's going on.
Yeah, but normally, like,
I want to hear that. I like that. I like the rage when you're a fan of the source material.
you want me to be angry.
Because you get that from me every week.
That's fair. I have very limited things
Yeah.
that, like.
Like The Walking Dead, I was pissed off the moment they killed Carl, and I've had to deal with that for 5 years. So,
Yeah, no, I'm sure. Well, I saw the trailer.
yeah, I'm stoked Nick Offerman's in it. I don't know what his character is, but I'm stoked that he's in it. Ron Swanson.
Yeah,
from
no,
Walker.
sorry, I was still thinking of my thing. I was being not a good listener.
That's fair.
But, because there's some parts of the trailer that, well, one point in the trailer that got me a little like, wait a second.
I don't like the girl. The actress they picked for the girl.
Yeah.
I
She seemed
I
okay.
get why you could pick Elliot Page.
Right. because he's
Yep.
too old. Sorry.
Well, yeah, we'll go with age.
Yeah. It's a child.
There's just something weird about her face.
Yeah, that's fair. But there's a line in there, and I don't think it's a spoiler because it was in the trailer, and two, if you played the game. But Joel mentioned something like, "Don't tell people about your condition." He didn't know about her condition for a while.
The conditions that she's like
she's immune.
Yeah.
I guess that's a spoiler because if you didn't know. But anyway.
I knew that. And I never made it through the game.
Yeah. He didn't find that out in the game for quite a while. He was just escorting this kid that he didn't know anything fucking about.
Yeah, that's
And,
all
like,
how the game starts. He's just given that task.
Yeah. But like in the trailer already, it seems like their buddy. I guess I know the trailer's just probably a season series trailer, so
Yeah.
I don't know where in the timeline it's supposed to be, but it started off. He didn't want this thing. He just the child. He just got stuck with it.
Yeah.
Spoken like a true father.
If I ever have a kid, I'll have the same response. Anyway, yeah, he got stuck transporting and is like, all right, I'll do it because I guess, but I'm not happy about it. Like, stay out of my way, don't, da-da-da-da-da. And it was that aspect.
How do you feel that Mando is playing Joel?
I think we talked about it when it was announced. Though granted, I don't know what my response was, so compare that. I don't love it, not because of him exactly, just he's not what I don't have somebody in mind, because you're probably going to follow that up, so he's just not what I pictured.
I didn't expect him, just because, a lot of the roles that you're exposed to him in are very Hispanic.
Yeah.
Like, and not knocking him for being Hispanic, but, like, he has accents in most of his fucking roles.
Yeah.
And the other role that he's known for, he wears a helmet the whole time. So
yeah, he's not what I pictured. I don't know who I would have picked. Just somebody more... I don't know. I'm sure I could probably try to come up with
probably any actor that's on Yellowstone. Because I get cowboy vibes out of the fucking Joel character.
Yeah, I was trying to think of somebody who's more like
Hugh Jackman as Wolverine.
Yeah, but or like a Channing Tatum, only not his personality.
Not what Channing Tatum's been the last 6 times we've seen him.
Right.
Is this a gay thing? I mean, I'm down for
like,
it is.
Or for some reason, like in a weird way, I almost thought Ashton Kutcher could pull it off.
Yeah.
But
scruff him up a bit.
I was gonna say he'd have to cut down his whimsicalness.
And maybe bulk up a bit too.
Yeah, like you need that. I don't know why this is so hard to think of somebody like the generic like dreamy. Well, not dreamy. The rugged.
Tom Selleck in his prime.
Yeah, like the
Burt Reynolds in his prime.
Yeah, like that kind of guy is what you're looking for.
They don't make them like that anymore.
The generic, scruffy...
You don't even have Norm Macdonald come out and do his impression for him anymore. That's how fucking dark these days are.
Yeah, that's what you needed for that character. I think just... Except for, again, not a funny guy. Like, he's got to be a very straight-played guy. Because he's not goofy in any way due to the whole apocalypse. But the biggest worry, and the thing that'll tee me off the most... Mm-hmm. Is how they begin the series. Because you already know how the game starts.
I believe I saw a clip how they started the series. Or at least it's in there.
Is it?
I believe I saw something in the trailer because it looked...
Oh, yeah.
But didn't look as apocalyptic as the rest of the trailer.
Yeah.
It looked like it was just happened. Like shit was just hitting the fan.
That is by far the kick because...
it builds his character. He's not him without that moment.
Exactly. And like, if you played the game, that moment... that's when you gave your heart to the game. That's when you felt like, oh my god.
Or you didn't come back to it. Because that's when I stopped playing the game the first time and went, the fuck?
Yeah. Like, that is the moment either you sold it, like, okay, I'm it, like, oh my fucking god.
There's no way you can't do it. That's like 90% of who that character is. And like, I didn't finish the game. But that clearly was a defining moment of like, everything he does going forward is influenced by that moment.
Yes, 100%.
So if they like do some sketchy ass shit where like it doesn't happen,
or change, like, again, not to be the whole stickler of like don't change it, but like the way they did it in the game was perfect. But like, if it's a one-off or happens off screen or some shit,
yeah, you need to feel that moment. You got to have that gut wrenching moment with him.
Yeah,
to care about the character.
It's got to kick you in the nuts.
Otherwise, it's the Mandalorian without a helmet.
Yeah.
Other shows that are going to pop up this year. Also this month, That 90s Show.
Yeah.
I didn't see the. I saw the leaks, or not the leaks, the
The images.
announcements. Yeah.
The trailer was okay.
I didn't actually watch the trailer.
I have a feeling it's going to be a Fuller House thing where you're going to hope for a lot more of the original cast in it, and it's going to be very brief.
Yep.
You would think Eric and Donna would be in it a lot since it's their kid that's going to be at
The house.
Kitty's and Red's house.
They'll be in the first couple episodes to get it rolling, and then like go on.
Yeah. And how are they going to address Hyde and Eric's sister? Because Eric's sister's dead in real life.
They recast her though, didn't they?
She died after the show.
I thought
There is 2 versions of her, so I guess they could just ignore the one, because the one that died was the one that was there more often.
I thought the one that died was the first one. They recast her, because this is what I thought. I could be totally fucking wrong because I don't remember things right. No, I thought the first one had a lot of bad habits, bad juju, and they're kind of like, hey,
That's how she died, too.
you need to go, or maybe she died at the time, and then they recast her, and she was only in like occasional cameos of like, oh hey sis, and da 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 da.
Might have
I
been.
think. I mean, I guess I could look that up.
But the whole Danny Masterson fucking saga as well, where he just got acquitted or whatever.
Oh, did he? I didn't see the results.
He was
of that.
never charged. The judge didn't find enough evidence to charge him with anything.
Mm-hmm.
But they already filmed this, and I doubt they would let him back on the set anyway. So it'll be interesting. I'll watch it just to watch it, because why not?
Yeah.
And it'll be interesting to see what kind of 90s references they make. I do think I'm going to run into the problem, though, where the laugh track will piss me off. Because I find that as I go back and watch shows that had laugh tracks in, like How I Met Your Mother, drives me up the goddamn wall now. Because most comedies today don't have laugh tracks. At least the comedies I watch.
Sorry, I was reading and I
That's
can't
fine.
listen and read at the same time. Yeah, Lisa Robin Kelly was the first sister,
Yeah.
and she died back in 2013.
Okay.
Then she was taken. Then the sister role was taken over, or Laurie Foreman was taken over by Christina Moore, who took over in season 6.
That show was still on in 2013?
Well, that part
Because that show came out in the 90s. 'Cause that was the whole thing.
Right, no, I might have
Late 90s,
misspoke when I
early
said, like, I thought she died during the show. Like, no, it ran till 2006. But that's why they went away from her
'Cause I
because
heard
she had
the
problems
drug use, yeah.
or whatever.
And I think that's ultimately what killed him.
Probably. Because she died at 43, I think it said.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, so they could bring her back. I mean, if Danny Masterson was acquitted,
He was acquitted, like, last month.
yeah, but I mean, if he was acquitted, I don't know the cases or the details of the court case. All I'm saying is, legally, he was acquitted, so
He could. I don't think they will.
that's fair.
The only one I've seen resurface from that entire era is Louis C.K., and I wouldn't even say he resurfaced very high.
But
And he didn't even really do anything wrong.
thank you, you said it. I was
He
gonna
did.
say, like, out of all the
It was
things,
nasty and disgusting, but he didn't rape anyone. It was just...
and maybe that's where the bar shouldn't be set. Like,
Yeah.
maybe
I
that's
didn't
where we're
penetrate.
wrong looking at it. Like,
Yeah.
well, he didn't do that, but like, from the sounds of it, yeah, he was a creep.
Yeah.
But a creep that you could have
Just hung up on.
Yeah, like-
the stories I heard was that every time he was on the phone with somebody doing it. At that point, if somebody did that to me, I would just hang up and never speak of it.
right.
Because it's just like, what the fuck was that?
Yeah.
Or I confront them. Well, I'm also a dude, so like, if I show, I'd be like, what the
I-
fuck were you doing?
The fuck, man. But yeah. So who knows? Eric could come back though.
Yeah. I guess there's a slight chance.
Yeah.
Any video games everybody's excited for this year? There's the Hogwarts game coming out soon. Jedi Survivor, I think, is coming out. Spider-Man 2, I think, is due out in fall. Diablo 4 is due out June. And those are the ones I can think off the top of my head, given that I'm not the game guy. Those are the ones that are on my radar.
The only thing I'm excited for would be the BioShock TV show. But
They also have that in the Fallout show, too. I don't know.
yeah,
Are they coming
the
out this year?
Fallout. I think Fallout's coming out this year.
I'm trying to look up 3 different things at once.
It's okay.
Yeah, I know. We just brought out like a lot of different things. Like, this might be happening.
The Fallout. Sorry, again, trying to talk, type, and say words at the same time.
They put out an image, but I don't know if that was just like
That was the
principal
set.
photography.
There was two set photos that came out of
Yeah.
that, and the one was an underground bunker.
Okay,
and
so
it
one
looked,
of the vaults.
Yeah, so it looked pretty realistic to the game.
Okay.
Yeah, from what I quick see here, it's 2023 release.
Okay, so it's anticipated, and the Bioshock is this potentially this year as well.
I want to say it's this year. That, or at least they'll start production this year.
And then they're starting production, or at least they're starting writing on the God of War series.
You know, why we need to start just doing articles like this, where you just put a whole bunch of pictures and a whole lot of
Nothing.
just fluff. Yeah, a whole lot of fucking fluff. Like, everything we need to know, and you tell me fucking nothing.
Yes.
Internet.
It's because they don't know anything yet. They just know that it's being made.
Yeah.
And they don't want to just come out with that. Okay, sometime 2023, 2024 at the earliest is the best I can find for the Bioshock
Alright.
Netflix series. I will say I'm almost more nervous about the Bioshock series
I never got into that.
than I am the Last of Us. Because
Yeah.
Bioshock is also so fucking, but like all 3 games are so fucking good.
And it's lore heavy.
Hey, at least they're not doing what God of War is doing. So, starting with the Norse era and ignoring the entire Greek era of like what made the game.
Yeah, well, see, and
That's fucking stupid.
But to be fair, though, can you really truly do a Ghost of Sparta
You
in
name
today's climate?
yes, you name the God of War in Norse mythology.
Well, that would be.
Exactly. So
Mars?
how is he the God of War? Like he got that title by killing Ares. That's the first season.
I'm referring to more of what he does after the war, but before he kills Ares.
Yeah, it's Game of Thrones. It's essentially Game of Thrones. Like, I thought it was interesting that the voice actor of Kratos wants to play Kratos.
Yeah.
Which is like, how? Because he's a very dark man. I don't know if a
But
very
so
dark
are
man.
Kratos' body
Grease
painted.
men.
Well, he's supposed to be the ghost of Sparta, and he gets like
Oh, yeah.
the color ripped off of him.
So body. That's what whiteface is for.
That's okay. You know, I actually prefer them to use actors with the same voices because sometimes it's weird when they recreate this shit, and then their voice is not as deep.
The only
Boy,
takeaway I would give on this is
he's really tall too.
yeah, my guy's got to hit the gym.
Oh, the guy does Kratos.
What if he's the voice?
He's also old, if I'm
voice
not
actor,
mistaken.
like, if you want to be Kratos, and not a dig against you, like
He's shirtless the entire time.
yeah,
Even in Norse, he's got like a fur coat that covers the nips. That's it.
you need to be jacked, my guy, and
So then, who do they cast?
Christopher Judge is his name. He's
Yeah.
58.
How can you make a successful series? Love his voice, but how can you make a successful series when he's going to be 60 when that fucking show debuts?
And again, you need to be fucking ripped.
Because that's the one problem I have with the Thunderbolts movie coming out. That they recasted Thunderbolt Ross to somebody who's older than the guy that passed away. William Hurt was 78 or 73 or something like that, and Harrison Ford's 80. And they went, nah, you know what? Longevity. Let's get Harrison Ford to play Thunderbolt Ross. Unless he signed away his likeness to Disney, and Disney's just going to run him into the ground. At that point, just do the whole Red Hulk storyline with Everett Ross. That was my fun run with it. But for the Kratos thing, I'm really upset they're doing it because the Greek story was so much fun. Because there's so much more to pull from in Greek mythology, I think, than Norse.
I don't know about more, but more.
Well, you also have the Titan. So, like, the way they broke down the whole... Like, the God of War that we're dealing with now is one concurrent storyline.
Okay, yeah.
The God of War from the Greek mythology is the first one is, alright, beat Ares, you win out of the God of War. And then he just gets bored. And when he gets bored, that's when Zeus casts them out, and then he recruits the Titans. And then he marches the Titans up to Olympus. And then he gets fucked up. And then he fucking goes back up Olympus and kills Zeus. and then he ends up at like you can get at least 7 seasons or 6 seasons out of this if you do it right.
I mean, I just out of principle, I'd agree with you. Like, why wouldn't you start where the everything started? Period.
Yeah, and to me that's the more interesting. Again, maybe it's because we're diluted with Thor, but I don't want to see Loki again because this is just another story following Loki.
Yeah, that's fair.
Go follow Kratos. Go understand why he's the God of War because he killed his fucking wife and kid because he was tricked by Ares. It's the moment that you're talking about in Last of Us where like
you're missing the origin part that kicks the entire fucking thing off.
It's a critical fucking story for Kratos. Even if like I bet you they're banking on the fact that nobody probably played those fucking games.
But then why are they watching your fucking shit? Like,
like if you really cared about God of War, you probably played those original games.
Yeah.
Not just the 2015 and onward or whatever the fuck that first one came out.
I guess maybe they're banking on our generation being too
oversaturated.
Detached. I was gonna make a dead joke and then missed it. But yeah, like we won't watch it, but we will, and I've
been craving a God of War movie. Actually, when they did Wrath of the Titans and Clash of the Titans, I was like, this is God of War. And maybe that's why they're not taking the jump into the Greek. But those movies were also 10 years ago. And remakes of movies that happened 50 years before that.
Yeah. I agree.
Like, I don't want to see Thor again. You're going to get Thor and Loki again in this North fucking shit. And then it's going to be a fat Thor. And everybody's going to be putting memes up of Chris Hemsworth as fat Thor. And then whatever the fuck they make for this.
Mm-hmm.
Ruining shit. But that's not this year, so I don't have to worry.
Right, it might be the end of this year. It's 2023, 2024-esque.
God damn it. Hopefully they pivot.
But it's just it's the same feelings like for the most part anytime they make a movie or series off of a book or anything, like for some reason they just can't follow the fucking reference material.
I get it to an extent.
Like, take this.
So for like Marvel and DC, they kind of get like a pass.
Yeah.
Because there's so many origin stories. So you can pull from whatever the fuck you want.
True.
Or, well, by saying that you pull from whatever the fuck you want, you kind of make your own. Yeah. And be like, well, you know, that's kind of like the uncanny X-Men, but that's more of the astonishing X-Men. All right, that's fine, whatever. The fact that you're taking God of War, which is just God of War, and saying, I'm going to ignore the first 5 games, that made him the God of War.
And I guess I do get that aspect of, like, you want to make it your own. It's its own separate thing. Like, you want to make your own stance. But the staple, the origin, is the origin.
You're far enough away from that origin that you probably get more forgiveness.
Yeah.
Instead, you're going to come into this game that came out not even 10 years ago, make a story based on that, and probably get torn the fuck apart because that's still fresh in everyone's mind.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas if you change details from the first game, which is not as easily accessible as the newer games, probably get away with it. And be like, well, you know what? I made this change because in Greek mythology, this is what actually happens. All right.
Yeah.
But you're going to try to go toe-to-toe with a story that's, like, beloved from 2015 and, I guess, ignore the rest. Unless they're going to do some kind of flashback thing where he looks back at his Greek life. But you're still missing critical moments of... He kills Zeus!
He kills every god.
And Zeus shows up in the game.
Yeah.
The 2015 game. So, like, you're missing an entire legacy of all the things he slaughtered.
Mm-hmm.
Or people he slaughtered. Is what it is. Walking Dead, same problem. You know, I get that you took liberties. Shane dies the first issue. You kept him for 2 seasons. Alright, that's fine. Because, I mean...
Right.
Why would you care about Shane if he died in the first 10 minutes?
Right. And again, you don't want to copy it play by play because there's no suspense. Like, if you know what happened in the game, the reference material, whatever, you're less likely to stay tuned because, like, I already know what happens. But you got to change some.
With The Walking Dead, the key structure is it's a Grimes family story. It's Rick Grimes and his son Carl trying to make it through the apocalypse. You kill Carl, and Rick goes, I don't want to film in Georgia anymore, and then they just fucking dispatch him in a fucking helicopter, and it becomes the Daryl Dixon saga. That's the turning points that fucking suck. Because to me, again, the whole Walking Dead comic is a Rick and Carl story. Everything Rick does is for Carl, and then you killed Carl. I get that you let Judith live, but he doesn't really get to fucking know Judith.
Mm-hmm.
So at that point, Rick is useless. And just certain things like that, if you have one source material that didn't have 20 incarnations like the Marvel and DC Universe's characters do.
And you take away a key component to the fucking story.
Yeah, you're gonna hit some fucking roadblocks. And that's the danger. I guess that's why video game movies don't do so well.
Mm-hmm.
Because you have one fucking lore. Zelda might do well, just for the fact that there's, what, 3 or 4 timelines? Like, there's 3 different versions of the hero, because one dies, one doesn't die, whatever the stories are.
Yeah. If he never pulls the sword.
Yeah, Mario has a couple variations you can go with. It looks like they're just trying to shove everything in your face in one fucking take instead of
also Mario, they've never had a definitive.
Yeah.
There is no canon.
Yeah, right.
In a sense, every game is technically its own standalone.
Yeah, I was gonna say a weird standalone doing something different that just whatever.
Yeah, so you get a little freedom with there, but it looks like they took too much freedom and shoved everything into one movie.
But when you take games that have a storyline based, like this
Resident
is the
Evil.
Story.
Resident Evil was a good example too.
Yeah, I didn't.
They
mind,
started okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say I didn't mind the beginning ones.
They were in the mansion, and then the second one was kind of a mix of 2 and 3 together, which makes sense because those games kind of ran concurrently, and then just went off the fucking deep end.
Yeah.
She became like a superhero, and
What about Silent Hill?
I never saw that movie.
I didn't play the game yet.
Neither did I. But you're probably not. It's probably the same fucking, like, there's a story. They chose to go a little liberal with it, and they fucked it up. Street Fighter. Yeah, so you left it.
I don't know if I remember that one.
Fucking Jumanji, if you think about it.
What?
The first one with Robin Williams or the second one?
When they brought it back. So, like, all of a sudden, the board game got converted into a video game, which I see that you're trying to update it. Yeah. And then by the second one, the game was smashed together, but still pieced itself back together to suck in more people and give you more characters. There's just certain things that should just be left alone.
We'll say on the Jumanji note,
yeah,
the board game is terrible.
Oh, yeah.
It's not a fun game. Like, granted, I think as a kid even, I saw the movie, then played the game. I don't know what order they came out.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if they brought the board game out because of the movie. I guess I have a computer, I could look. But, like, that board game sucked. It was dumb.
Well, they made a Battleship movie, too. So, that was...
that one gets pushed in the back of the mind a lot.
Yeah, Rihanna at her finest. Just, like... The source, and I think you hated Ready Player One too, as well.
The movie was fucking terrible.
Which I think would have made, knowing as little as I do about the book, it should have been a trilogy. Because you said there was 3 keys you had to get, right?
Yes.
Each key should have been a fucking movie.
I 100% agree. It could have. Yes.
And then maybe you would have given more details. Also, the problem with Ready Player One is everything was in it, right? So, like, you had probably trademark issues and.
Oh, well, I could see, like, doing that because it's a very heavily pop culture referenced book that mentions a lot of things that I'm sure it's hard to get the rights for a movie.
Yeah, like if you have the mouse owning most of it, you probably have to wheel and deal some crazy ass shit to get it into the movie.
But there's also just aspects of the movie that they totally changed from the book. Like, not even close. Did their own fucking thing to praise their own bullshit and
speed it up.
Yeah, some of it, yes. Because again, the big one is the spoiler, not spoiler, but whatever, is the car race. I think is at the beginning of the movie.
It's like a 5-minute montage.
Yeah, in the book, it's a lot more involved than that.
Which that was one of the first keys, or maybe the second key. It was one of the keys, right?
I think it was the first key.
Yeah. So why would that not be the payoff of the first movie?
Yeah, it was a very anticlimactic thing, and like, oh, I just go reverse, done.
Yeah.
Like.
So you can sit there and shell out all this fucking stupid money to James Cameron to make 20 fucking avatars, but you can't do justice to
all sorts of people blue.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, there's a lot to that movie that could have been done better and differently.
So yeah, that was such a rabbit hole to get down to about what you're excited for in 2023 and turn into what we hate about life.
We're bitter old men. Real quick,
yeah.
Before you move on.
Nope.
Our daily sponsor?
Trojan.
Bizquick.
Bizquick. You got what I need. That's Bismarcky.
Yeah, is Bizquick a thing? I'm gonna. Like I might be. Yeah, Bisquick is
Pancakes.
pancakes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I was also thinking Nesquik when I said it. Anyway, the Jumanji board game released in '95, I believe, with the movie.
Okay.
That makes sense.
The wiki, or I probably could read the wiki, but I didn't care. Released in '95. The picture has Robin Williams on it, so like, I don't know. I assume it was released with the movie as a promo thing, so that's why the game sucked, because it was just
Rush it out.
Sell copies. Also, Last of Us is, I don't know if we said it, due to release January 15th.
Yeah, that's...
Did we say that?
2 Sundays from now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I said this month. I didn't know the exact date.
So, also, on that note, just in case, because I have it in front of me, video game-based film and TV releases, Legend of Heroes, Trails of Cold Steel, Northern War. It's anime, so Cheever might like it. Will release in 3 days, January 6th.
I'm kind of burned on TV shows right now.
Yeah, okay, we'll
I
maybe
don't have
get
any.
to what you have.
That's why I'm watching Yellowstone.
Burned. I'm pissed.
Oh, you were pissed about that Alice in Wonderland
Yeah.
thing.
Nier, N-I-E-R, Automata. It's another anime thing on the 8th. Super Mario Bros. Movie coming out on April 7th. There's an untitled Pokemon series coming out in April.
Is that the Ash Ketchum and Farewell's season?
I assume so, but
That's the only one I'm interested in. I don't give 2 shits about this new girl.
I don't know. It just says untitled Pokemon series.
Unless that is the new girl one, because they haven't come up with a fucking title for it.
Would it be the Scarlet Violet?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's those
Whatever
Pokemon,
the-
but I don't know who the new trainer is since Ash is retired.
Retiring.
Died.
He hasn't retired yet. He's not dead. Fuck. I hate that.
He has cancer.
Well, he's got the
He
same
has
thing
to.
that he's got the same disease Andy Milonakis had, where you don't age, but you say the same everything.
It's Caleb
He's done.
from Shriner's Health.
Gran Turismo is having a movie. I didn't know
What?
that. August 11th.
How is that just not the Fast and the Furious?
It's just let's watch ourselves do 30 laps around
Didn't
this
they
circuit.
learn from the last one that had Aaron Paul? Was like Need for Speed or some shit like that? They tried this before.
Yeah.
But Need for Speed is grit. Gran Turismo is it's NASCAR.
Like, yeah, I was gonna say. Well, it's real racing.
Okay, so Talladega Nights, whatever.
but without the comedy.
So it's worse.
Yeah.
And then there's I'm just gonna. Oh, these both are TBA. There's a Knuckles spinoff coming off of.
Yeah, they're gonna be on Paramount Plus. I remember that being announced after like Sonic 2 did okay.
Yeah, but TBA 2023. So,
That makes sense.
There you go. That's a couple things I wanted to touch real quick before you
Nice.
transition to whatever you wanted to.
Just basically final thoughts on 2023, because like, I guess not fine. Well, yeah, because we're not gonna have an end of year special next year because we won't be here.
Well, I
Well,
mean,
you say
we're
that
not dying.
now.
Why else would I end the show?
Suicide Bag. Woo! I'm in.
Well, who knows what
We're gonna-
we'll be doing in 12 months. We know in 6 months what we're doing, but after that, it's dark.
That's fair.
Anything in 2023 you're looking forward to? It could be any category, any sporting event. So just give me hope to want to wake up tomorrow.
The XFL.
Still hasn't released the single game tickets, which is ridiculous. They've got their rosters, they've got their merchandise, they've got their season passes, but no single game tickets. Because I checked that yesterday. I checked it either yesterday or the day before when they showed the fucking roster. Because they had like a draft.
A full draft.
They had like
Or
I don't know
did
what
they
the
do
fuck
more
it was.
like whatever?
I didn't pay too close attention, but I follow the Defenders on Facebook, so it showed the roster positions that were placed. But still no single game tickets. Which when's that season start?
Late summer.
No, it starts in February.
Oh, what the?
It's after the NFL.
Because
Same time the USFL goes. but
now I might not be able to go.
season open.
Thanks a lot, Rock.
February 18th.
Oh, I can still go.
But we don't have. So it's kicking off February 18th, but we can't buy single game tickets a month out yet. Nope. Still.
What do you think goes on sale first, single game tickets? That or Ant-Man and Wasp?
Ant-Man and Wasp.
I gotta keep an eye on that, because those are probably gonna be soon, because that comes out February 13th.
Yep.
I am excited for the XFL. Anything else, considering that's less than a month and only runs like 8 weeks of the 52?
It's a little bit over a month.
Still.
And
I need hope.
I gave you hope for a month. What, you want more?
You gave me football.
You're welcome.
You gave me...
Yeah, the football you like.
They haven't had death yet. So... what are you looking forward to? Anything. Just give me hope.
I mean, personally, I'm just looking forward to bettering myself in the relationships I'll have. So.
Well, how are you going to better this relationship by giving me hope? Just throw something at the fucking idea board. I've been burned many times before, but it doesn't mean I just don't hope. Like, oh, we should do this. And I'm like, you know what? You're right. It won't happen, but you're right.
Yeah.
Nothing.
I'm a little tapped on the creative side right now.
That's what you're tired and coming off the high.
All right, fine. I'm looking forward to the game-a-thon.
I'm not even looking forward to that. Don't lie. Don't lie to the fucking people. We don't even have a plan.
That was a setup.
I know, but we don't even have a plan. I'm not plugging it. We haven't even had a meeting.
You know,
I don't even know who the fuck we're sponsoring this year.
Us.
Which is 4 months away.
Us.
it's us.
4 months from now, we'll be like, so we're done,
You
right?
sponsor us and then cancel the show. It's over. All right.
We're less than 4 months away.
Yeah, that's fine. We've done
Worse.
Yeah.
And gotten better results. When we actually put more effort in, we've gotten worse results. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
I think I put a meeting. This is private internal stuff. You're privy. We have a meeting technically Sunday.
Yeah.
Probably should do that one.
Yeah.
So we'll converse after this anyway. So I guess that's the hope. We got the XFL coming in less than a month.
So hopes are 4 months out.
Yeah. So nothing after April 3rd. Well, I got opening day tickets. So I guess that's that.
Is that hopeful?
If they play like they did last year when it opened, no, I won't be happy until October.
Yeah.
And this year, I doubt they'll appease me twice. Anyway, so that's. I hope you look forward to the final year with us here at the Dace Man Show.
We're so optimistic and happy.
So great. I want to get back into the BPP stuff. I know I say that a lot. I promised a new episode of Dace Tag in Mind tomorrow. I've yet to record it. Doesn't mean it's not coming out tomorrow. Just it hasn't been recorded yet. I know the topics, just haven't had time because.
Baby.
Pretty much.
I'm blaming on the baby.
Yeah, it's hard to record when he's so talkative now or crying.
So new Dace-tacular Mind, since he is a Dace, just for like an hour.
The Jimmy and Wade show or the Doug and Wade show.
Yep. Pass it off.
But yeah, hopefully more projects get done this year, more streams, a little bit more commitment. I do think that after we get past the finale of this, it may rejuvenate us. Probably not instantly, but it should give us a little bit of
It normally does.
kick in the ass of like, oh, we don't hang out on Tuesdays anymore. That'll be the first Tuesday in July as we're partying for 4th of July or something, because that's how it'll fall.
We'll be back.
So what are we doing next week? What are we talking about next week?
Yeah.
We'll be back without Gibby probably, because he'll die. I'm assuming he's just dying off. We're
That's the
killing him
whole
off.
thing. Season 11 will kick off and be like, welcome to the Dace Man Show without Gibby. But he's dead, and he's not even watching. I highly doubt he put up a screen, because he's such a good friend. Anyway, it's going to do it for us this week. We'll be back next week. Just a programming note. Our January 17th show will be on January 16th, so we'll be switching to Monday. Yeah. So we'll be doing Tuesday next week, Monday the week after, and we'll remind you again next week for all you avid viewers that are still there.
And remind us. That
yes. Yeah. Too. You work Mondays, don't you?
I do.
Okay.
But I work overnight, so...
That's fair.
Yeah.
Anyway, for the few.
For my beer!
Chickens.
For the proud.
For my ostrich.
For the Dace-tacular. Thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you next week.
Oh, I'm not even.
And remember, basement dwellers.
Alright, go.
Stick to the protocol. What's up, basement dwellers? I hope you enjoyed the latest Basement Protocol Productions creation. I'm Chris the Dace Man Dace.
I'm Frank.
And we want to drop some social media plugs on you. Check us out on Twitter at the BPP Official for all our tweeting needs. Or you go over to Instagram
at the BPP official as well for all our picture needs.
Or Facebook/Basement Protocol Productions, or YouTube/Basement Protocol Productions.
And if you're somebody who likes live, non-stop action content, you can go over to twitch.tv/Basement Protocol.
Or if you just like the internet in general, you can go to www.basementprotocolproductions.com. Either way you do it, doesn't matter. We'll see you next time.